Thank you, Madam President. Pakistan thanks the Special Representative of the Secretary General, Mr. Abdu Abari, and the ECAS Commission President, Ambassador Gilberto Verissimo, for their comprehensive briefings. We welcome the Secretary General's latest report, which provides a valuable assessment of the progress achieved in Central Africa, while also highlighting the complex picture of political transitions, security challenges, and humanitarian crises prevalent in the region. Madam President, Pakistan supports UNOCA's role in preventive diplomacy in the region. Its efforts to facilitate dialogue and strengthen institutions are in line with the regional priorities. We welcome the completion of peaceful political transitions in some countries of the region and also look forward to the successful conduct of the planned elections in few other countries of Central Africa. All steps in the right direction towards democratic consolidation. The security situation in the region remains precarious, particularly in eastern DRC, where the M23 continues to cause instability. Pakistan reiterates its call for the immediate implementation of the Council's Resolution 2773. We believe that MONUSCO, as an impartial force, has an important role to play in the stability of eastern DRC. The resurgence of Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP, in the Lake Chad Basin, including their use of sophisticated drone attacks, highlights the urgent need for enhanced regional cooperation through the Multinational Joint Task Force. We support the Secretary General's recommendation for predictable funding to sustain these critical security challenges and security mechanisms. Madam President, the dire humanitarian situation in Central Africa has reached alarming levels, with over 9.65 million internally displaced persons across the region. The conflict in Sudan continues to exacerbate the displacement crisis, with a massive exodus of refugees, particularly in Chad. Furthermore, climate shocks have compounded food insecurity and resource conflicts. We, therefore, underscore the need for increased international support to address these challenges. The recent cutbacks in financial contributions by the major donors have worsened the humanitarian situation in the region. It is also important to note that high levels of public debt in the region and limited fiscal space have severely impeded the ability of governments to deliver basic and necessary social and economic services. The situation further highlights the need for urgent reform of the international financial institutions, which are severely retarding the ability of developing countries to address urgent needs of their people. In conclusion, I wish to emphasize the following three key priorities. First, UNOCA should support regional ownership and encourage African-led solutions. We commend the African Union, ECAS, CIMAC, the Lake Chad Basin Commission, the Gulf of Guinea Commission, and other regional and sub-regional institutions for their work in the region. Second, it is important to strengthen UNOCA's conflict prevention tools to support political processes in the region. And third, UNOCA's capacity should be augmented to support counterterrorism efforts, particularly the Multinational Joint Task Force. I thank you, Madam President.
I thank